All right, welcome to eDay3. We are going to be adding and subtracting polynomials. This is a review. Today's assignment is IXL BB4 8th grade. I have an expectation that you do this to 100%. And now when you are done, you send me a screenshot of your finished IXL. And there's my email. For adding and subtracting, first you always want to look closely at the sign in between the parentheses. When there is a plus sign, there's nothing you need to do for the signs. You do everything as is. You're looking for what's the same. If there is no other d squared, you're just going to write it down. Next, we're going to look for the d's. Like terms have the same variable and the same exponent. And then we're just going to do what it says. We're going to do 7 plus 3, which is 10. So we'll write 10, and then the variable stays the same. And next we're going to do 3 plus 9, and 3 plus 9 is 12. In our next problem, it has a subtraction sign. With the subtraction sign, it's very important that the parenthesis after the subtraction sign gets changed to the opposite. So you're going to change your subtraction sign to a plus, and then the other terms in the parenthesis after become the opposite. So if that's a positive 8, it becomes a negative, and then if this is a positive 6, it becomes a negative. After that, we are going to be looking for our like terms. So first, look for all the w squareds. And then in your calculator, you can do -3, and then it has a plus sign, -8. And that is -11w squared. The variable and exponent stay the same. Next, we have -9w plus -6w. In your calculator, you do 9 plus a -6, which is positive 3w. And then our number doesn't combine with anything, so you'll just write it down. In our next example, once again, notice it's a subtraction sign. So we're going to make that a plus, and then everything in the parenthesis after becomes the opposite. So the positive 9 becomes a negative, and the positive 2 becomes a negative. Combining like terms, 9 plus a -9 is 0. Instead of writing 0q, please just write 0. Next, we have 2 plus a -2, and 2 plus a -2 is 0, so our final answer is just 0. In the next example, always start off by looking at what the sign is in between. If it's a plus sign, there's nothing to change. You leave all the signs as they are. Combining like terms, in your calculator you would do -2 and then plus a -1, which is -3s to the third. Then we have 2s squared plus 9s squared, and 2 plus 9 is 11, so 11s squared. Please make sure you keep the variable and exponent the same. And the next one, we have -9 plus 5, which is -4. So you write it as just a -4s. Please do not do plus a negative, just write -4s. And then lastly, 8 plus a -9 is -1, and we'll write our -1. Our last example has a subtraction sign, and if you remember, we're going to change that to a plus, and everything in the next parenthesis becomes opposite. So if that's a positive 2, it becomes a -2. If this is a -9, it will become a positive 9, and if this is a -1, it will become a positive 1. From here, we're going to take our like terms. So -2 plus a -2 is -4. And then write your f squared. Keep the variable and exponent the same. Next, we have -8 plus 9 which is 1, so plus 1f. And the last one is 1 plus 1, and that is 2, so plus 2. Today's assignment is BB4 in 8th grade. My expectation is that you do it to 100%. I believe you should be able to finish this today. Please send me a screenshot when you're done. Remember, I can view all the problems you've done. I can view that you finished it, but I would like you to send me an email of a screenshot when you are done. I'm trusting you guys to do this, and I hope that it's an easy review. But if you have any questions, we're available via Zoom today from 11:30 to 12:30. You can also email me any questions that you have during the day or even at night for me to help. But please try to hop on Zoom today so that we can touch base with each of you and make sure you're doing okay and understanding the process. I hope things are going well, and I'll talk to you soon.